Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the inaugural episode of the Marriage Go Round podcast with your boy CT and your girl Tangerine. Now, you might ask yourself, why are they in the same house in two different rooms? And I'll answer that because number one, it's none of your business. Number two, because we both got our own setups. She just finished her show. I am recording even more content for you guys. So it just makes more sense for us not to be in the same camera. Technically, you still got us on the same screen, but for us not to be, I just always hated that couple that looks so corny when they're sitting next to each other. Yeah, we met on Match.com. What was your okay? Yeah, so she loved grapes.
I wanted to do that. I wanted to sit on the couch next to you, baby, and be on the same camera. Right now, I think I can hear you echoing in the next room, and this might not be the right setup, but we'll see.
No, it's perfect. I mean, I could low-key hear myself echo as well if I speak too loud, so I won't do that. So I
pretend you're recording one ear. I'll be back while I'm in the next room sleep because you do those really quietly.
No, I actually don't. I do them just like this.
You go, from what I could ascertain.
I do not whisper in my damn I'll be backs. Now, as we are here, Tangereen, let me give a little bit of background on this amazing woman. If you don't already know, she is a producer. She is an actor. She is a writer. She is an overall creator. She is a host. She's an ordained minister.
Reverend Reen.
And people are gonna think I'm joking. You're literally an ordained minister. You can marry people, and you're also a dancer. You dance professionally. So many different things. A basketball player, like these are things that people would never know about you. You can box. You are a vegan chef, but you're more plant-based now. You're pretty amazing, Tangereen.
Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate that introduction. That's very sweet. You've made me remember some of the things I do. I forgot. So thank you.
Yeah. Hey, let me tell you something. I remember because some of the things you are good at are so outlandish and ridiculous. Who the fuck is an ordained minister, bro? Like that's fucking ridiculous. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen,
as we are here about my ministry,
as I curse about Reverend Reen, this marriage podcast is us just talking about everything that we talk about in the privacy of our own home and just sharing these conversations with you guys that are at home. And you guys love seeing Tangerine and I together from what you tell us. And I was like, yo, let's also record these things. So we're just gonna be having conversations and drop it for our audiences. I think the first thing that we discussed talking about was how important is your spouse's opinion of your appearance. Now, I want to start this off and give the disclaimer because Tangerine ain't shit and she's going to throw me under the bus. So let me just start off by saying, you ain't worth a good goddamn. Now, let me tell y'all, I have had almost every hairstyle since I've been with Tangerine, okay? I've had the fade, I've had the bald head, I've had the locks, the afro, the twisty fro, the regular fro with curls in it. I've had everything. I've had my beard many different ways. I've never rocked just a mustache. That's one thing that she said she didn't like that I've never just rocked. It's just a mustache. But I've rocked the two-piece and the biscuit. The hair and the lip, that's the biscuit, and then that's the piece. And then I've had the disconnect, and then I've just had this, and now I got that. I've had it all. So I just want to take all your powers away. Now go ahead, Tangerine. How important is your spouse's opinion of your appearance?
First of all, you ain't shit for trying to think of everything you think I'm going to say. I don't need this. But the reason that this question even came to my mind is because I was thinking about the fact that it's important to one of us in this marriage and not the other one of us. So I remember when I first started dating you, I would wear these red Victoria's Secret pajamas. They were flannel. They had beautiful hearts all over them. And I thought because they're Victoria's Secrets, they're cool to wear on a day where I'm not, girls will put on something skimpy to let you know we trying to get something that night. But on a day where you're not trying to get something, but you also don't want to have on a house coat like somebody's Nana, you put on something cute. So I used to wear my little two-piece Victoria's Secrets flannel with hearts pajamas. And one day I was washing clothes and he was like, I hate those. I hate them. And I had no idea. And I was like, really? I thought they were cute. So I immediately gave them to the pile where I take stuff to Skid Row. I got rid of them because I respect his opinion of my appearance.
That's so sweet of you.
And I consistently purchase sexy things to walk around the house in, sexy negligees. I consistently try to make sure I look good around the house. Meanwhile, Clayton hasn't shaved since quarantine started in March until he has somewhere to be.
Okay.
Like when he was like, "Oh wait, I'm going to shoot a new show called Would You Rather." Haircut appointment. Let me trim up my beard. And I'm like, "Wait, I've been looking at you looking like a caveman since this quarantine started. You don't care how you look around me. The second you got to leave the house, you want to get a shave." What is that about, Clayton?
A caveman. I'm gonna answer your question. A caveman is actually better looking than how I was before I got that cut. So that's actually offending, offending caveman.
Caveman.
But I will
Sorry,
say
Fred
this,
Flintstone.
Tangerine, I will give you this benefit in saying, to answer your question, why is that? I saw quarantine in the beginning. First of all, none of us thought that it would last this long. Let me just say that. I went into quarantine like, yo, I'm not getting a haircut till this is over, because originally it was supposed to be 2 weeks. And then lo and behold, it becomes, we're in month 8. Excuse me. So I was like, yo, I'm not going to cut my hair. I'm gonna let my hair grow back, because you can remember I cut my locks off in January, beginning of February. So by the time the lockdown came around in March, I had a fade. And then I start growing my hair back, and now I have like this afro. So having this afro, I was like, all right, cool. Now I get a chance to grow my line back. Like a lot of men, we lose our lines because we go to the barber so much, or we cut it ourselves and it's always crispy. So because of the lockdown, I was able to grow my original hairline back. And outside of growing it back, I had never seen my beard fully come in. Like I wanted a full beard, like from here all the way there. And I was hella patchy, and I was trying to grow through the patch. So I was just trying
Wyclef
to get it all in.
Jean, dudes in Philly, patchy. And I just feel
Yeah.
like if I'm stuck looking at you and you're stuck looking at me, could you at least maybe comb out or shape whatever it is you were trying to grow while you were trying to grow it?
Well, these are past tense questions. And I think, I feel like you should get all this out, because obviously my beard and hair are great now. And what I'm about to do to my hair for the sketches
So
coming
right
in a couple
now,
days. Uh-huh.
this lineup that you have right here, you
Well, this
haven't
ain't
shaped
lined
it.
up.
Right. That's what I wanted to hear you say. You're
Yeah.
not lined up because it's just me. And
Well,
you're
no,
not
it's
going to
not
line
that.
up until you shoot sketches next week, which you
Tangerine, today is Tuesday. I'm dropping this episode for the people tonight, and I don't shoot content again. I shoot physical content with people on Saturday. Why would I line
Mhm.
it up right now just for it
For
not to look
your
as crispy?
wife.
No,
For your wife.
no,
So
Tangerine.
the
I'm
other
sorry.
part of my question, ladies and gentlemen, is how important is the opinion of your spouse is what's on the
Mm-hmm.
screen. When you tell your spouse, like he told me he didn't like the pajamas, I got rid of them.
Mm-hmm.
When I tell him I don't like a certain hairstyle, he
Mm-hmm.
goes, "Oh," and he goes back to watching TV, playing PlayStation, and living his little life. He could
It's
care
little
less.
life.
He could care less of my opinion. But
That's
he'll
not
ask
true.
me all day. Hey babe, should I part it on the side? Should I do the 2 piece and the biscuit? Should
I
I get a
love
goatee?
you.
Should I make my pencil thin like my mama used to do when I was little? Should I? He
I
asked
used
me
to hate
all
having
these
a pencil thin
questions.
mustache.
And I picture you in a pencil thin mustache with a turquoise suit for Easter or
Oh
something. Because you tell
God,
me, you're from Detroit and you tell me your mom used to put you in bright colors on the holidays.
Jesus.
I want to see pictures of that. But you ask me my opinion, I give it to you, and I say, you know what? That hairstyle's not flattering. You should try such and such, or you should go back to this, or oh, I miss when your hair was shaved all the way off. You'll hear my opinion, you'll ask my opinion, and then you'll still walk around like Wolverine. And I just want
Yeah.
to know,
Why? You want to
why
know why?
don't you care of my opinion? Why do you only shave for others?
Okay. I will answer that. First and foremost, you'll never see the pictures of me in bright suits. That's never gonna happen. My mom, she would try certain suits, and I'm
See,
like, no, I'm not doing that.
I think I have
But
one in my
also,
phone.
no, you don't. So I think you got one in a bright suit. Anyway, so the
I'm about to show it.
reason the reason that is a lot of times you don't have the foresight that I have with my hair. For example, when I was growing my hair out to even grow locks 4 or 5 years ago, you were like, "Oh yeah, I like it when it's twisted. I like the little curly fro." I'm like, I didn't even mean to get locks. My hair just accidentally locked, and then you go through that awkward phase where before it falls a little bit, and you were like, "I don't like that," and I'm like, "I'm telling you, when I get locks, it's gonna be crazy." And you're like,
First of all, start over because you're making it seem like you plan to get locks and you really
Just wanted
just
a
got
fro.
the damn sponge from comedian CP, and you
Yeah.
start putting that sponge up there, and it made a little twist, which were super cute. But I kept
Yeah.
saying, comb them out. You're gonna get locks. No, I'm not. I'm not getting locks. I'm like, you're gonna get locks if you don't comb them
Mhm.
out. They're not. They're not. I'm like, they're starting to lock right now. Try to comb out.
Mhm.
You know what you're talking about. And before all this, you used to talk mess about people you saw with locks. You hated them. You thought they were dry. You thought they were dirty. All these different things you used to say about people with locks. And I kept saying, you're about to be one of those people. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Then when you realized you couldn't comb out those twists, you became the man with the locks. And then you
I
kept
would
them.
like to tell you that the views and opinions of Tangerine are not those directly against CT nor the Marriage Go Round podcast. I would also like to say
Yeah, you
that
changed your mind.
ignorance was bliss, because I did think those things until I had them, and I definitely had a completely different experience, and I kept my hair clean, and I saw other people with locks keep their hair clean and oil and moisturized, and I did the same, and people began to know me with the locks. So that's why it was so shocking when people were like, "Oh man, you cut your hair, what?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Like, this was new. Like, my hair has always been short. But neither here nor there. To answer your question, and the reason is because I didn't think you had the foresight that I had, that I knew that I would look great with them. And you then came around and was like, "Oh, I like your hair like that." And then my hair got longer than yours, and then
Your
you
hair
was a
was
little
never
salty with
longer
it.
than mine. Your hair was
Tangerine,
never
my
longer
hair
than mine.
was
Shrinkage
length
is
longer than
real.
yours. No,
When you see my hair pressed all the way out, it was always longer than yours. But for some reason,
Tangerine,
you
you got a
see it blow
Viola
dried
Davis
and
fro
think
underneath.
you you're going to hell for the lies that you're doing on the internet. And I'm not going to let this happen to you because I love
You
you.
got a fade underneath.
I'm Jada Fade.
You Jada fade underneath that hat.
I
So
hate
it's not so much as your opinion doesn't matter to me. It's, as you know, I'm a very headstrong individual. And once
you.
I get
Mhm.
something in my head, that's what it is. Like, once I get um intrigued by something, that's all I can see. So it came like that when I started doing content for the internet. My life became submerged by creating content. When at one point in time I said I would never do that. Um, the same thing with video gaming, the same thing with writing and acting. When I told you I was going to do more acting, I remember it was 2015 or 2013 to 2015 when I booked that role with Mike Epps on Uncle Buck on ABC. I remember the night before I said, "Tangerine, I'm about to get an agent and I am about to book a TV show this week." And you went outside, you took pictures of me on your iPhone. I posted those pictures on the actor site. I went in for an audition that next day and I booked it. And I was shooting by the end of the week. And that's just a
Who helped you with that
testament.
audition?
You did. I'm not saying that you didn't help me. I'm saying this ain't the sound of fish for compliments. I'm telling, as I'm giving you compliments, which is some shit. I'm giving you some compliments. You
I'm
can't even
ridiculous.
enjoy those. So once I get something in my head, that's what it is. So I think it's not so much as does your spouse's opinion matter, it's you got to catch me before I get headstrong into something. Now I will say you have proven that my opinion of you matters a lot, because I remember you used to wear the tangerine bangs because that's what we called them, because you were rocking them. I liked them so much. And then one day, and this is to all the women who are watching, men don't know how well you look in another style until you show us. So Tangerine came with the bangs, and I was like, "Oh my God, that is so sexy. I love her with the bangs." And I was like, "I like your hair like that." And she started wearing her hair like that. And she had her hair like that for like a year and a half. And she was like, "I'm getting tired of this." I'm like, "What are you talking about? You look amazing." And she was like, "I'm getting tired of it." I'm like, "No, I like the bangs. I don't want to see anything else," because she got a big
He
forehead. She
literally
talks about,
He literally told me I could not change my hairstyle, and I
and
wore the bangs for years.
ladies,
He would not let me change my hairstyle.
this is not a dictatorship, okay?
The
I like the
relationship is abusive, and I need help.
that is a lie. And you can't say stuff like that on the internet, Sandra, and these people will really believe that. You can't do that. Please tell them you're joking, Tangerine.
You're joking, Tangerine.
Oh my God. People are gonna, this is the internet. Oh my God.
Help me. Help me.
You know how I know this
My
helps?
cash app is $Tangerine.
So that's
Send
gonna help
money,
you.
send help. Send help so I can get out of this relationship and
Ladies and
change my
gentlemen,
hair.
domestic violence and domestic abuse is never funny. And please understand that Tangerine is joking. And I
Yeah,
will
and
also say,
as somebody who was actually in an abusive relationship, this is much better.
don't do that. That is, ladies and gentlemen, if you follow Tangerine, even if you don't, Tangerine has been in a previous domestic abuse situation and relationship, and she talks about she's a survivor. I always applaud her for that, and she needs to know when to stop joking about being in another one, because that is not funny, and we do not make light of something like that.
We
And
don't.
by the way, by you saying money to your Cash App does not help your cause whatsoever.
It does. You need money to get
How?
out of abusive relationships so you can start your own.
You're in another room, Tangerine. If you're so,
Right.
if
But
you're,
I'm scared of you. So if they send money, I can get out of this marriage. I can
you can
move. I can
literally,
get my
you're
own
sitting
place.
by the door. You can leave right
But
now.
I'm
I'm
not
not even by the door.
happy. I'm not happy. I want money so I can get happy.
God, they are gonna butcher you on the internet for this.
So back to the subject.
Yeah.
And we got married in May of 2014. And in
Mhm.
June of 2014, I started to wear the middle part. I
No, no,
just
no. Let me give them a surprise. Let me give them a surprise. So,
okay.
so Tangerine came home one day and she had the the middle part in her hair, and I was like, "Oh my God, you look fantastic!" And she was like, "Thanks. This is how I'm wearing my hair now." Like she was getting back at me, like, "This is what I'm going to do now."
With the neck.
And I was like, "Yo!" So, from that point on, I didn't want to see the bangs anymore. And I remember one day she came back with the bangs. I was like, "Nah, I like that middle part." She tried the side part, and I'm like, "We ain't doing no side parts. I like the middle part." Now go ahead, Tangerine.
So yeah, I just want to, you're reiterating that I care about your opinions of me. You just don't care about my opinion of you because
That's
I've
not
been
true.
asking you since you cut the locks off, which I've been wanted to be cut a long time ago. I liked them for a couple of the years, but then in the latter years, I was over them. But when you cut your head off and it was real low and it made me want to lick your scalp, I thought we were gonna go with that for a minute, babe. But you started growing this mini fro that's hiding under this beanie that you won't let the world see. And
Because it looks weird. I'm cutting it.
but I have to look at it all the time. That's my
Yeah.
point.
That's well, after a couple of days, Tangerine, it's gonna be gone. I'm going back to
Oh,
bald so
because
you
you're
can
gonna
lick my
cut it for
scalp.
your sketch,
Yes.
not for your wife.
No.
I
You
feel
keep
like
talking, I might grow this back after the sketch. You keep on running off
that's
at the
the
mouth.
threat. That's the threat.
So when it comes to this, I think a lot of women don't value. Let's actually segue this to not only spouse but women's opinion, and give me this. You are somebody who is very beautiful without makeup and lashes and all that stuff
Thank
that's
you.
unnecessary. um why is it that there are so many women that, because we'll look together, we'll see women and be like, "Oh my gosh, she's so beautiful," without anything extra, and then the next picture you'll see is her with all this glam on her face, these super crazy looking eyebrows, the lipstick, stuff that just isn't her shade, or hair that doesn't look right. And I'm like, man, she looks so perfect without any of that. Why don't women accept the opinion of the opposite sex when they're interested in them, and they hold another woman's opinion over that? Like, for example, I'm your man, but you'll listen to another woman tell you, "Oh, girl, I like that. Yes, queen, blah, blah, blah." But they're not the ones living with you.
Well, I can't speak for all women, but I will say that you being raised by women, you
Mhm.
notice more about women than most guys. Like if I change
Oh,
anything, like for the other thing that I'm not allowed to do is wear any polish besides a French tip or all white. If I wear
could you
any other
please not
thing,
say allow that?
it's a
You're
beautiful.
going back to the
So if I wear any other color, I'm shunned. I can't eat a meal for that day.
shut.
Things are
You
very
can't eat.
difficult.
If you
I'm
keep
tied
lying, I swear to
to a
God,
post
Tangerine.
in the home. Things are bad for me. So they're white again. So my point is,
Hi, to we don't have a post in the house.
one thing that I love about CT is that anything I change, he notices right away. He goes, "Oh, your hair looks nice." Or, "Oh, your nails look nice. Nice toenails." Whatever. He's really, really good at seeing that kind of stuff.
Thank you.
Most men that I've known in the past, in my experience, don't notice the little things like that. And because you notice the things like that, you're the first one to look at a woman and be like, "That lipstick, she don't need that lipstick." And he will actually
Don't need
tell
it.
her, "Hey, before you come on my show, could you not wear lipstick? Hey, before you did a sketch with me, could you not wear makeup? Hey, I know you wear a 45-minute glam makeover before you do any of your own sketches, because you take all that off for my sketches." Like he notices everything and he wants you to be as natural as possible. And it's good and it's bad because everybody has their insecurities. And
Mm,
so something that makes somebody feel more confident, it could be hard for them to let go of. But when you're able to let them let go of it, you're able to let them grow. So
mhm,
if they will
mhm.
listen to you, they can be, naturally pretty. But if it's something that's really inside them that makes them think, oh no, 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 I could never walk out without these lashes on the end of my eyes that are
Yeah.
flying around like birds because I'm not pretty without it. Like it's all because you notice a lot and you were raised by women.
Yeah, and to that point, I'll give an example of Jenny. Jenny from my content.
Didn't
Jenny,
want to say a name.
no. I can say the name because she said it in public. I would
Yeah.
never do it if she didn't say it in public. Jenny Babbis. Every time she would be in a sketch of mine, she used to wear so much makeup and it would be so caked on her face, and she would do the whole thing with the lashes and the mascara and the lipstick. And one day I was like, Jenny, look, because I saw her real face one day. I went over her house and we were about to shoot, and she answered the door and she was like, oh, hold on, I gotta put my makeup on. And it was like 5 of us, and we were all like, wait, move your hand from your face. And she was like, my makeup. I was like, move your hands. She moved her hands, and she got complimented by all of us. We were like, Jenny, you're gorgeous without this
That's
makeup.
pretty.
Can you please shoot just one sketch without the makeup? And she was like, but I'm so hideous. I'm like, Jenny, you ain't got no skin issues. You ain't got no acne. Your skin is pure, smooth. You're beautiful. And you actually look younger without this makeup, because it became like she was almost like a caricature of herself with the makeup. And she agreed because she trusted me. Because I told her, I said, Jenny, let me tell you something. I know I'm a man, but as a man, I would never allow you to not look your best and to not have you in a position to win. As a creator, I would never put you out there like that. I would never put you in a situation where you're to be made fun of or disrespected. And she trusted me. And that sketch succeeded, and everybody in the comments, whoa, Jenny ain't got no makeup on, she is gorgeous. Oh my god, I didn't even know that was Jenny. She looks so good without that makeup. Can you wear makeup? Can you never wear makeup again? Like, these were the comments. And
Let me tell you something.
yeah,
It wasn't that she trusted you. She's Asian and she was afraid of you.
come
She
on.
she came in the bathroom and was like so nervous because she really had an insecurity about showing her skin. She was so scared and she was like, this isn't fair. The other girls are in the sketches. They're wearing makeup. Why is she
She
making me
did
take my
say
makeup
that.
off? She was so scared and she was so upset and she was so nervous and so insecure. But when she got those comments back of everybody telling her how beautiful she looked, she wore makeup a couple more times in her own sketches. And then finally she started to let it go. Like, you know
Yeah.
what? I don't need this. But being somebody who has been to Japan, I can tell you how important it is that they put on all that makeup. The
She's
women,
not even Japanese. The fact that you said that is
no,
offensive
I'm
as
just
hell.
saying the Asian culture,
Okay.
the women are told, for whatever reason to put on all this makeup, and presentation is everything. Like they're really, and presentation is so important over in Asia. So it's something that's, much deeper than we would ever know, but it's pretty cool that she's been able to make that change because you helped her.
Yeah, and the thing the even reason I brought her name up is because she called me one night and was like, CT, thank you. And I was like, what are you talking about? What happened? She was like, I had such a low self-esteem when it came to myself and being seen without makeup, and doing content with you has actually made me more confident in my actual appearance, and I don't need makeup. I do it if I want, but I don't need it like I did before. And I just want to say thank you. And that warmed my heart, because here was a woman that you would never see without makeup. And my thing with my sketches isn't so much as I want every woman natural, because I do have eyes. I know that certain people have skin issues. I noticed that certain lighting wouldn't accentuate the positives in some of the women. So I want them always looking their best. So I might say, hey, let's take it down a little bit. Or, you know what, this is daytime makeup. Let's not do nighttime makeup. And it's because I have all sisters that I pick up on these things. But it depends on the girl. It's not so much as hey, don't come here on the set with no makeup, because it's like some girls need them filters and they need that makeup, and I ain't gonna hate. But I'm very privileged to be able to work with such amazingly strong and talented women that trust me enough to do something different. And to your point, I think because I see that in women, I myself am like, just trust me. Or if I'm not going out in public, I don't want to, anybody gonna see me. And you be like, but I see you. And I'm like, I know, but I can't just be walking around crispy in the house and I'm not going nowhere. So yes, your opinion matters to me a lot, but in different ways. So in my
But
appearance, it
you
doesn't really matter. It matters to me.
that's the part
It matters to me with
that's the
work.
part I want it to
It
matter.
matters with content. Like I remember we had a conversation and you were telling me about the type of sketches that I was doing. And you were like, yo, does it have to be this? And I was like, wow, I never thought about that. And then I started switching it up. And it was because your opinion truly did matter to me.
I will give you credit. You do take my advice in when it comes to career. I just
Yeah. Every
like
piece
that
of
same.
career advice you give me, I take it.
I
Hey,
just
don't
wish
do
you
this.
would.
All right, cool. Let me switch this around. You told me something about a tier on one of my Patreons, and I was like, okay, let me change it right now. And I changed it. So your opinion matters, but I think the appearance, because you got to also look at me. I am very low maintenance as far as appearance. You don't see me wearing makeup. You don't see me getting my nails done. You don't see me doing any of those hyper metrosexual things. I do the metrosexual stuff. I shaves, but I definitely don't be getting no eyeliner. No disrespect to the guys that get that. So I don't really require a whole bunch of, hey, you should do this with your eyebrows. It's like, come on, baby girl.
I've asked this man to use beard oil for the
It's
last
coming.
4 years.
It's
We
coming.
have 4 bottles in the house from
I
different
don't,
people I
I don't
brought
even know
home.
this stuff.
I was out taking my sister lunch one day all the way in Oxnard. This waiter had an amazing beard and I had to compliment him. I said, "Sir, your beard looks incredible. You're doing your thing." And he was like, he was non-black, but he had, a brunette beard and it looked amazing. He said, "Oh, thank you so much. I actually make my own beard oil." And he told me about it. He showed me the website. I got some. Clayton was like, "Yeah, I don't need that." I was like, "All right, well, it just makes the beard look really moisturized and glistening." He's like, "Yeah, I don't need that." Then another girl from the internet sent us some natural health products, some butters and different things, some oils, and she sent you a beard oil. You wouldn't use it. Then another company made us some candles, gave us a beard oil. You wouldn't use it. Now you've ordered, what is it, Sydney Castillo's body butter?
It's natural.
You got that coming. I also ordered it from him
It's
too.
natural.
But you won't. I asked you for years, use beard oil
You know why I haven't? Because my beard
because
is
you're hard headed.
extremely is lustrous already. If you see the thickness of my beard, you see the strong black
What about
beard.
moisturizing it?
I'm gonna moisture, but what I'm telling you is it looks like this without any of that stuff. So if I start getting that stuff and it looks better than this, then I'm not even playing fair.
You
Is
know
what I'm trying
what?
to say.
The point is, ladies
Pretty
and
class
gentlemen, that
sociology
I've
says
asked him
beard.
to do this beard oil for years and he won't do it. But look at him squinty eyes. Now, first of all, the lighting over on his side of the house, he's light skinned. He's Asian over there. Why are you yellow and I'm brown?
Tanj, you
Look at the
can't
camera.
say. Listen,
I
you
can't say
can't
Asian.
say things like that.
I can't say light skin.
You can't say yellow and Asian.
No, yellow. Your skin looks yellow. It's not a racial thing. You literally look yellow and
You're
I
trying to
look
get us
brown.
canceled on an
On
app that
Patreon?
can't cancel me.
Look, I think this episode has gone on long enough. I love you.
I
I'm
love you
about to go
back.
to the gym. I wish that you would at least clean up for me
I will, and I'm going to do it Friday night,
right before you shoot sketches on Saturday morning. You
and
ain't
then
shit.
I'm gonna cut that hair, and I'm gonna come to the room looking like this. Hey, what's up, Dan? You good, baby girl?
The
And then
squinty
I'm gonna
eyes
go
are
about my
killing me.
business. You know what's funny? We had two things we wanted to talk about, but that's gonna have to go for the next episode because this has already been so fun. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time that I came out and told the truth. It is I that is abused in this relationship, and Tangerine has been using a red herring to say it herself. She does not allow me to eat. She does not allow me to go to sleep.
Does he
Okay.
look like he's not eating, y'all? Knock it off. Don't you
Is
do that to
that
me.
what you're
Don't
gonna
you do
say?
that to me. First
Did
of all,
you
you
just
already
crack
created
a thick joke
battered.
on me?
I didn't call you thick, but you are
You
thick.
just
And you got a great ass. But you do Battered Husbands Anonymous, so it's not a secret of
you just
who's
called
abusive.
me thick. It is not secret. It's proof documented that you beat me, and
But
I
you
want that on record.
but we know that it was created because you flipped it so the
Ladies and
world
gentlemen,
wouldn't
thank you
know
so
how you
much for
did me.
watching
Oh,
this
that's
episode
crazy.
of
The
the
show's
Marriage Go
over
Round
now.
podcast because she is ridiculous. And we're not going to take these lies and this filth, floor, and filth. Please, if you are offended, please don't be. We are having an incredible time. Tangerine is very funny, and we're going to do more episodes of this. And I hope you guys enjoy it. It is Team CT and Team Tangerine all day. I want to keep going until we get to the literal 30-minute mark because we have
I'm
27,
I'm
29.
the T in CT. So tell us in the comments if how important our spouse's opinion of appearance.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what do you? So tonight, I want to see you with your fade. I'm having people think you got a fade. I got people
And
thinking
an afro
and an afro at the same time.
from Annalise Keating. Oh Lord. All right, we
Viola
got 9
Davis.
seconds. I love
Yeah.
you, babe. I'm going to the
7,
workout.
6, 5, 4,
4,
3,
3,
2,
2,